Most human beings spend their entire lives trying to clean a mirror from the outside. They see an image they don't like, a fractured relationship, a stagnant bank account, or a chaotic environment, and they attempt to fix it by scrubbing the glass. They fight the reflection, they shout at the reflection, and they wonder why, no matter how hard they work, the image never truly changes in a permanent way. In this laboratory, we call this the mirror fallacy. It is the fundamental technical error of the human experience, the belief that the external world is a primary cause, when in reality, it is a secondary effect. Today, we are opening the files on the Law of Correspondence. This is the law that dictates the geometry of your life. It is the mathematical certainty that, as within, so without. If you want to understand why your external reality looks the way it does, stop looking at the world and start looking at the projector. Let's dissect the mechanics of your personal reflection. Before we proceed, we must activate our fundamental security protocol. Do not believe a single word of what you hear in this session. Belief is a passive state that requires no effort, no observation, and no critical thinking. It is the absolute opposite of science. In the Universal Laws Lab, we only value verification. I am going to provide you with the technical specifications of how your reality is projected. Your job is to take these blueprints, enter your daily life, and observe the data. If the reflection changes when you change the source, then the law is verified. If not, discard it. Data is the only currency we accept here. From a mechanical standpoint, your consciousness is not a passive observer of reality. It is the master projector. To understand correspondence, we must understand how this internal apparatus works. Every projector consists of three critical components that determine the quality of the image on the screen. 1. The light, vital energy. This is the power source. It is the raw force that makes the image visible. Without vital energy, the projector is dark. If your energy is low or leaking due to internal conflict, your reality will appear blurry, dim, and lacks definition. You cannot project a high-resolution life with low-voltage energy. 2. The film, information/software. These are your internal files, your beliefs, your fears, your traumas, and your understandings. The light passes through this film. If the film contains scenes of scarcity, that is exactly what will appear on the screen, regardless of how much light you have. You cannot project abundance if the scarcity reel is loaded in the tray. 3. The lens, attitude/focus. This is what focuses the image. You can have a clean film and a strong light, but if your lens is dirty or poorly calibrated, the reality will project as distorted. Your attitude determines whether the information is projected as a problem or as a technical challenge. The Law of Correspondence states that there is an exact mathematical correlation between these three components and your environment. It is not a punishment. It is a frequency match. The universe isn't judging the content of your film. It is simply delivering the exact duplicate of the information you have installed. If there is chaos in your external house, there is a corresponding chaos in your internal software. The world is merely the screen where your internal movie is being played. To audit your life like a mechanic, you must observe the 4 quadrants of reflection. These are the areas where the Law of Correspondence leaves its most visible tracks. If you want to know what information you have installed, look at these 4 results. 1. Health. Your body is the closest mirror. It reflects how you manage your vital energy and your emotional friction. A physical symptom is often a fault code, indicating a correspondence error in your internal state. 2. Relationships. People are the most dynamic mirrors. They don't show you who they are. They show you the parts of yourself that you haven't yet integrated or mastered. If you are surrounded by people who disrespect you, the correspondence points to a lack of self-respect in your own source code. 3. Economy. Your financial state is a reflection of your internal sense of value and your understanding of the laws of exchange and service. External scarcity is the echo of an internal information vacuum regarding how abundance actually functions. 4. Adaptation. This is your ability to be at peace regardless of your location. If you are constantly uncomfortable or annoyed everywhere you go, the problem isn't the city, the weather, or the people. It is the frequency of resistance you are projecting onto every environment. When a quadrant shows an unsatisfactory result, the reality mechanic does not try to manipulate the quadrant. He returns to the source. He asks, what internal frequency is producing this specific external distortion? This is where most students of the law fail. We must discuss the law of latency. In the physical world, matter is much denser than thought. This creates a rendering time. When you change your internal frequency, when you swap the film in the projector, the external mirror does not always change instantly. There is a buffer, a technical delay. It is like sending a command to a deep space satellite. The signal takes time to travel, and the image takes time to return to your screen. Most people try to change their lives, maintain a new frequency for 2 or 3 days. Look at the mirror, see the same old image and say, "This doesn't work." They don't understand that the old movie is still finishing its final frames in the physical world. Matter has inertia. Mastery requires the technical patience to maintain the new frequency until the reality buffer updates. If you revert to doubt or anger because the mirror hasn't changed yet, you effectively cancel the upload and restart the rendering process from zero. Here is your laboratory assignment for the next 7 days. It is called the Mirror Audit. Identify the area of your life that currently has the most static or friction. For 1 week, you are prohibited from trying to change it. Stop complaining. Stop fighting. Stop trying to fix the other people involved. Instead, observe it as a pure data set and ask yourself, if this situation were a perfect reflection of a belief or a fear I am holding inside, what would that be? If you feel ignored by the world, in what area are you ignoring yourself? If you feel trapped by the system, what limiting beliefs are keeping you prisoner? Write down the correlations. Do not judge them. Just collect the data. Observe how the reflection begins to lose its power over you the moment you stop fighting the glass and start looking at the source. You cannot cheat the law. You can only align with it. The world will always tell you the truth about who you are being in this exact microsecond. Listen to the reflection. Verify the correspondence. We will be here to analyze the results in the next session. I am your guide. This is the Universal Laws Lab.